The sea was calm tonight, not silent, but gently alive. I could hear it breathing before I reached the shore. Slow waves moved in the dark, one after another, touching the sand and returning quietly to where they came from. There was no hurry in their movement, no sharpness, no demand, only rhythm, steady, patient. I stood still, feet sinking slightly into the cool sand, feeling the night air rest against my skin. The warmth of the day had finally loosened its grip. My shoulders softened, my jaw unclenched. Nothing else was waiting for me now. The horizon barely existed, sea and sky dissolving into one deep shade of blue, as if the world had decided not to draw lines anymore. Above it all, the moon rested quietly, spilling a long path of light across the water. The sea held that light without effort, breaking it into thousands of trembling pieces, each one moving, each one free. Even light, it seemed, was allowed to rest here. I listened. Each wave arrived with a quiet breath and left with a gentle release. In and out. The sound felt ancient, older than thought, unchanged by time. With every wave, something inside me began to slow. My breath followed without being asked. Longer inhales, softer exhales. The cool air filled my lungs, carrying the faint scent of salt. Clean, grounding, alive. As I breathed out, the weight in my chest eased. As I breathed in, my body remembered how to be held. Thoughts that had circled all day began to lose their shape. They softened, they thinned, they drifted. Like footprints on wet sand, washed smooth without resistance. There was nothing to solve tonight, nothing to improve, nothing to carry forward. The sea did not ask me to understand anything. It did not need answers. It did not measure my worth by effort. It simply stayed, holding space for everything I was ready to set down. I noticed small details now, the coolness around my ankles, the steady pull of gravity through my legs, the gentle sway of my body, as if I were already part of the tide. My hands felt heavier, my eyelids softer. The muscles in my back released one by one, like knots loosening themselves when no one is watching. Far out on the water, a small light moved slowly. A boat, perhaps, or a reflection. It didn't matter. It was enough to know that the world continued on its gentle path, asking nothing of me. The waves kept arriving, kept leaving, doing the quiet work of smoothing the night. I imagined the sea carrying what I no longer needed. Every tight thought, every unspoken worry, every moment I had held my breath without realizing it. The water knew what to do with them. I didn't have to. My breathing grew deeper now, slower, as if my body remembered an old language, a language spoken before words, before time felt sharp. Somewhere inside, a quiet center opened, still, wide, safe. It felt as though the night itself was leaning closer, not to take, but to hold. I could stay here, listening to the sea breathe for me. Or I could allow sleep to arrive like the tide, natural, inevitable, kind. Either way, there was nowhere else I needed to be. The sea would remain, calm, patient, timeless. And for now, so would I.